esta chunganita chascamanta, Tiyayukuy amauta pachakuti mesa aknana, Darcy Kopas. Oh! My heart is titillating with anticipation to hear your story of the emergence of your medicine service path as a sanctioned Pachacuti Mesa teacher, my beloved brother. It's been a while since we have had a face-to-face encounter like this. For now, this virtual opportunity shall do, yet soon we shall be in person. So, Darcy, my first question to you is, what initially drew you to the practice of Pachacuti Mesa tradition shamanic arts?
Thanks, Oscar. Well, I have a little bit of a story of how I got attracted to these arts. Well, 15 years ago, I felt really drawn to study traditional Amazonian medicine work. And so I decided to take the winter off and take a leave of absence from my geology job and go travel down to the Amazon. And I spent the winter there in the Amazon with a few different traditions, and I had a tremendously powerful experience learning these ways. And I had to go home for the year to continue working. And then I had decided to come back down the next year to continue studying. In between that time, I had met my wife, Robin. And we had met at a festival, and I had asked her to accompany me down to Peru for a shamanic adventure. And she agreed. And so we decided to go back down to Peru together. But before we went to the Amazon, we decided to explore some of the pre-Incan sites on the coast of Peru and into the northern mountains of Peru. So these are the sites of the Chavin, the Lambayaki, and the Mochi. 5 different ceremonies we were part of. And so there's a culmination ceremony at this ancient site called the Chavin, at the Chavin de Huantor site, about 12 hours north of Lima. And this site is from a culture that is very ancient, many thousands of years ago, and it's a culture that lasted for a good at least 2,000 years without weapons or walls or warriors, a very peaceful, very advanced spiritual culture. Very beautiful temple site. And so the ceremony that was offered started around this sacred altar of our maestro that we're working with, Howard Lawler. And so he called it a mesa, this sacred altar. And so we started the ceremony, the group of us. There was ritual, there was songs, there was prayers, and we all imbibed a plant teacher from the local area. And then we spent the day journeying through this ancient site. We needed to pay off the guard, so we were allowed to stay there all day. And we spent the day just communing with this ancient site. And both me and my wife were almost instantly met by the ancestors of this site. Just immersed in their love for the whole day. We were spent just communing with the outside, but also inside the temple structure. There's many sort of initiations that were happening at this time with us, with these ancestors. And this one ceremony has been a pivotal ceremony for both me and my wife up to now. We're still unpacking the beauty from this from this experience that we had. And so we both became very curious of what this ancient medicine was. What was this sacred altar? What was this mesa, as well as these sacred plant teachers that were being used, and as well as the wisdom coming from this site? We're so curious of how they opened the doors up to these ancestral realms. So going home, we spent a lot of time trying to learn more about the mesa, right? More about this sacred altar. But it was very difficult for us, being Westerners, and we just couldn't necessarily find what we're looking for. There's cultural and language barriers. And so it was many years that we did our best of trying to work with our own mesas, our own practices, going back down to Peru, going back to these sacred areas, doing our best to learn what we could. And then I came across a podcast from Don Oscar Miro-Quesada. He was being interviewed, and he was talking about the Chavin and the Pachacuti Mesa, and instantly I became interested in what you were talking about. And but it took another year before I found you, and it was through the Shift Network. There's a Shift Network was having these online courses. So I signed up to these online courses, and to be honest, I wasn't necessarily expecting too much from these courses, sort of an online shamanic training. But I was blown away by the teachings, and as well as the activations that actually came through the phone line, the talks, but also the recordings. There's a direct transmissions of energy coming through these through this communication. And so after that, I was sold. I said to myself, I have to learn more, right? I have to learn more about this. So I eventually took more of the online trainings, and then continued on with the in-person retreats, to the point of taking the 5-part apprenticeship training and being initiated as a Pachacuti Mesa teacher. And so that kind of gets us up to this point in time, which right now, me and my wife are Pachacuti Mesa teachers. We also offer ceremony, also offer retreats down in Peru to some of these sacred areas. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What you share is so rich on a multi-dimensional level, brother, that my reflections back to you are just thank you. Yushulpaiki. Thank you, Yushulpaiki, for showing up and carrying the medicine in the impeccable way that both you and Robin do. You're a gift to our community, and you're a gift to the great work as a whole. So, given the time we have for these quotes unquote interviews, because this is turning more into a transmission of lineage than an actual interview, there's one other question that I'm going to ask you to succinctly respond to. On a personal level, what would you consider the most significant transformation or evolution in yourself that you've experienced as a result of being a sanctioned teacher and facilitating these hoops?
You know, my life, I couldn't imagine my life without the Pachacuti Mesa now. You know, it's been such a gift in my life to, you know, have this technology, this map of connection to really helped me navigate the world, navigate what's this intense and radical time that we're in. It's really helped me see my purpose, why I'm here, who I am, what I am, how I'm to serve in the world. It's really brought a lot of magic to my reality. To be able to have ways of connecting to this, to the many forces of reality. These many beings, these beings that are supporting us in every moment. The plants, the animals, the mountains, the waters, the nature, the sun, the moon. That everything is alive, everything is sentient. What a gift to relearn that connection, to really feel that I'm supported in every moment, that I'm loved in every moment. I'm never alone. The Pachacuti Mesa has really helped me, in a way thrive, and be able to have really good self-care in my life, really take really good care of myself, and learn to really love myself, really honor myself, and honor all the beauty and the just honor life, just honor the beauty of life in every moment. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gracias, hermano.
Gracias.
Your loving relationship with all our relations is a pristine example of an awakened human potentiality and the role of shamanism as a catalyst for deep evolutionary change within the heart of humankind. So I love you for being an embodiment of that. Rainbow Tribe. Namaste.
Love you, Oscar.
Until next time, brother. Love you. Highly.